welcome to Prague.
Thank you.
On behalf of Unibet and the Croatian Unibet team.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have such a young, lovely lady sitting across from me.
Well, we'll see today when I sit across from you when we're playing poker.
You might do some damage to me. It's been done before. I'm pretty weak and.
Are you weak on the ladies?
I'm pretty weak, I think.
It's a good one. I'll hope I have you on the table then.
I think you will. I think you will. But you never know, unless you get unlucky.
So you like girls at the table, unlike some players who think that they're not good enough opponents?
I love girls at the table, especially if they're nice girls. They don't even have to be good looking. If we can have a nice conversation, then it's very stimulating. I think we need more girls, and I think I'm pro girls in every sense of the word. Pro women, pro girls, and more girls everywhere around the world, the better.
Because I speak to some guys and they say girls can't do the maths, girls are just silly, they just don't get it, the only thing they're doing is they're just giggling at the table. So do you think that, or do you think they're like a decent opponent?
I think that they can be very decent. Vanessa Rousseau crushed me in the high rollers final table. We're lucky to get a deal done, but I was defeated by her there, and I always respect people for being a person. I don't think that there's any difference between being a girl or a man on a poker table. But some ladies can be intimidated, but I think it's just a matter of having experience and using your assets to your advantage can be good.
The Croatian team is consisted of pros, but some of us are complete rookies. So do you have any tips on how to play today?
Well, I think if you're going to be doing a lot of talking, you shouldn't talk. When there's action in the hand, you probably shouldn't talk if you haven't had a lot of experience, because good players can work things out. That's, I think, very important. So you have a lot of fun and you feel relaxed, but you should play hard, and don't play a calling game if you haven't. Put a lot of pressure on. Make them call you, and a lot of players don't want to do that. So you have to be aggressive in that sense. You have to move your stack about and put a lot of pressure on if you can. Have fun, which is very important. Try not to be nervous. Maybe have 1 or 2 drinks before start. If you're feeling a bit of nerves, which is normal, try to enjoy the experience and get into a good run and feel, I'm going to have a good run soon if you're not having one, and having positive emotions, positive feelings, positive messages, and then having fun.
So what do you suggest if they bust you early, or if it's they didn't have enough play, so it was a bad hand, maybe a little bit of unluck? What do you suggest how to get over that feeling?
If you've had a bad run and you busted out, or you've lost most of your stack, it's important to have your mental state very stable if you can. It's very difficult to do, but the top players can do that. They can have a very stable mental state no matter of what happens to the stack. If you've played well, that's good. Even if you make a mistake, it's critical to have the same level as when you're happy. So your mental state level shouldn't go down. You need to make sure you don't get negative, because if you get negative, that's being defeated. You're not gonna do much good.
Do you think Croatians are going to be as dangerous at the tables as, for example, the Scandis are today and were from the beginning? Because we are quite well known for our temperament.
Sure. I'm sure there'll be some very good Croatian players that'll come through over the coming years, and they'll be as dangerous as anyone. I think the Scandis or whatever, I don't think you can group players that way, because there's players from anywhere. Anyone can become great if you're born with the talent. It doesn't matter where you're from. You can be from Africa, or from Croatia, or from Russia, from America, or from Sweden. If you really want to and you have the gift, then it's going to come out.
Thank you.